Thank you for coming back to my channel for your stimulus check and stimulus package update. Please subscribe to my channel, please leave your thumbs up, and please leave your comments. I want to first say thank you for all the support that you give me on our channel, because it is our channel. It is not my channel. I really do appreciate you allowing me to do this. And I hope that you had a very good weekend knowing that the stimulus checks are coming. Okay. In my comments, a lot of this video today will be about stuff that I see in my comments. I'll be answering some questions from there, but I do have some other information for you too. Okay, somebody keeps writing in there, why is the bank holding my stimulus check? They've got Wells Fargo, and somebody else has got Chase. A lot of the bigger banks are doing it. It's because, like, say for instance, you took your payroll check to the bank, or somebody wrote you a personal check and you took it to the bank and deposited. The bank really don't have that money until it clears. These checks has not cleared the banks yet. Can you imagine if for some strange reason, I know it's a government check and it will clear, but what if it didn't? The bank would be on the line for all of this money. They will clear on the 17th. Some of them has already cleared, but they say by the 17th, the ones that's already deposited will be cleared then. And then the money will be available. But just because it says the money is there and it's pending, that don't mean it's really there, the money. That just means it's coming. So just as soon as it clears, your money will be available. I mean, we've waited this long. What is another day or two? Someone said that I am an adult dependent on SSDI. Will I get the check? If you are an adult dependent, whoever is your caretaker will get a check. But the fact that you're a dependent, that means somebody else is claiming you. That other person, the person that's claiming you, will get that check. But yeah, the funds for you will go out, but your caretaker will get it. Someone asked, how much money will my parents get for my 11-year-old sister? To that person, I would say ask your parents. Y'all, the big problem with all these lawmakers having free reign to the media, to the news, saying what they want to say, I mean, they've all got different opinions. And when one of them says something that is needed, that they want, and that they will fight for, a lot of people takes that as being a promise. It's not a promise. It's not a promise just because a lawmaker says we need it. It's not a promise just because a lawmaker says he's going to fight for it. It could be something we need and something we want badly, but it's not a promise just to mention it. The way we should look at anyone that says that it is a promise, y'all, it is not a promise until it is signed into law. Then it's a promise. I know that may be hard for some people to hear, but until the president puts his signature on the bottom line, it is not a promise. It is a suggestion. It is something that they're fighting for. It is something they believe we need. And the thing is, we do need it. And we want it so bad. We hear promise, but it's not a promise until the name is on the dotted line. So many people in the comments are saying that they still don't have their stimulus check yet. They only started sending them out Saturday morning, and this is Monday morning. If you've already got them and they've cleared your bank, congratulations. But if they have not cleared your bank, they should be cleared your bank by the 17th. Y'all, millions and millions of checks are going out. They can't just push a button and they're out. It takes time. There's different criteria. There's direct deposits. There are the check cards. They are paper checks. They have to determine who actually gets it. It's not going to happen with a twitch of the nose like Bewitched. Just be patient. It is coming. Someone asked, where is the government getting all of this money to send out stimulus checks? And who will pay for it? Okay. Most of this money is coming from tax revenue. Are they printing more money to do this? Yeah, they are. But when they print more money, each dollar that is printed to send out stimulus checks, each dollar, if I got $1 and I hand it to somebody, that's changing hands. It only has to change hands 7 times before that dollar has created enough tax revenue to pay for itself. So who's going to pay for it? The tax revenue generated from them dollars that they print. Somebody said our children and grandchildren will pay for it. That is simply not true. That is people that don't need the stimulus check saying stuff like that. It only has to change hands 7 times before the tax revenue pays for it. Direct Express cards. A lot of people that gets Direct Express cards, they're saying they don't have their money yet. It's because Direct Express cards do not update on the weekend. They started sending money out on Saturday morning. Again, this is Monday morning. They hadn't had time to update your card yet. Again, I would stress, please be patient. You probably got it today. If not today, you'll get it tomorrow. This week, President Biden and Vice President Harris will be on a multi-city tour to celebrate Help is on the Way. Really? Do they have to have a multi-city tour? They're not rock stars. Can't they do this on a TV special, just like they did the other night? Do they have to fly around the country wasting money and jet fuel like that? Again, can't they do it on a TV special and hit everybody at the same time? I guess that's just too much common sense thinking there. A few people are saying they don't think we will get a 4th stimulus check because the pandemic is starting to slow down. That is very good that the pandemic is starting to slow down, but let me tell you, we will get another stimulus check in the next package. I believe. We may not, but I believe we will. Because the economic fallout of this pandemic will last for a long time. Just because the pandemic goes away, that don't mean the economic fallout is gone. People will still be hurting. So therefore, we will need more stimulus. Also, other countries are thinking about major lockdowns again. Even though the United States is doing very good right now on number of cases, number of deaths, number of hospitalizations, other countries are not doing as well as we are, and they are considering more lockdowns. Well, when stuff happens in other countries, where does it normally find its way to? Our back door. Therefore, COVID will be around for a long time. And also, people can make up their own mind about this, but people refusing to get the COVID vaccine is just further slowing the recovery down. Sometimes I think people don't want to take the vaccine because their opportunity to get a stimulus check would be gone. But that's simply not the case. Stimulus checks are going to be needed for a long time. So if that's why you don't want to get a COVID vaccine, don't let that stop you. You need to get that COVID vaccine. Are you willing to risk your life for $1,400 stimulus check? I'm not. The garnishment loophole. Y'all, I've told you misleading information about garnishments, and a lot other people has too. But in this bill, it was passed as a reconciliation act. There is a loophole that your check could be garnished. It will not be garnished by the federal government, any local government, any kind of government programs like child support, IRS, anything that you owe your state. They will not touch your check. But private people, like if you owe the gas station down the street some money, they could garnish your check. But it's not as easy as them calling up your bank and saying, hold their check, they owe me money. They can't do that. They're going to have to go through the court system to do that. So the best way to get around this is just as soon as that money clears your bank, go draw it out as fast as you can. Again, it's going to be very hard for them to garnish it, but they could if they wanted to go through the trouble. Someone in the comments said, how in the world can people say that people on Social Security should not get a stimulus check? I understand that, and I agree with you. People on Social Security are hurting just like everyone else, and they do need a stimulus check. But to answer your question, there are people out there saying the same thing about people that's getting the unemployment boost. Why are they getting a stimulus check? It's the same thing, because they are hurting. Their little state unemployment check does not cover their bills the way that they could cover them themselves before they lost their job through no fault of their own. And it's the same situation with the people on Social Security. They can't cover their own bills anymore because things have went up since the pandemic started. It's almost like, if it don't help me, it should not be. If it don't help me, I don't want it to help no one else. That's the mentality of a lot of people. Some people are still saying that they believe we will get reoccurring stimulus checks. Y'all, I hope you come to my channel for the truth, and I will try my very best to always give you the truth the way I understand it. But if you still feel like we will be getting reoccurring stimulus checks, the only thing I could say to you is good luck on that. Paper checks will be coming out into your mailbox. They will be a few weeks later. So be sure and keep an eye on your mailbox. I guarantee you other people are watching your mailbox. By the way, one last thing. Somebody in the comments said that they like the way I talk. Thank you so much. And they also asked, where am I from? I was born and raised in Pensacola, Florida. Okay, in the comments below, please sound off. Unload in the comments below. Let me know how you feel about all of this and how you feel about everything going forward. You will not hurt my feelings. The greatest thing about our country is you and I can have different opinions, but at the end of the day, we could still be friends. We could still be brothers. We could still be brothers and sisters. And I love you all. Keep your faith in Jesus Christ. He will get us through this, and I do see light at the end of the tunnel. I love you all. Ciao.